In today's video, we explore how the framing was set up and what effect it had in film as a narrative tool, using Crimson Peak as our case study. In Crimson Peak, director uses framing not only as a usual presentation of the film's imagery, but as a narrative instrument, a way to express themes of confinement and desire. Through composition, he visualizes how relationships of power shift and decay, allowing viewers to feel the tension even before it is spoken. Viewer discretion is advised. The following analysis contains disturbing imagery. At the very beginning of the film, Edith's mother dies and returns to her as a ghost. The apparition emerges from a narrow corridor, shot with a medium-long lens and fixed camera position. Whenever the ghost appears beside Edith's bed, the shot creates a strong sense of spatial pressure. Edith is either pressed into the lower portion of the frame or squeezed into the corner, with no visual space. This kind of composition powerfully foreshadows her future entrapment, especially when combined with the ghost's repeated warning, "Be aware of Crimson Peak." Interestingly, although the room beyond the corridor is spacious, directly rarely allows Edith to occupy open space, reinforcing the scene that her life and fate are already enclosed.
I took so many beatings.
When the camera adopts Lucille's perspective, or simply when Lucille is present within the frame, the composition becomes symmetrical, rigid, and centralized. She often occupies the visual upper and central position, radiating dominance and psychological control.
You suffocate him. Sign your name! Sign your bloody name!
In the scene, when Lucille forces Edith to sign the papers, she alone is placed in the center of the frame, filmed with a slightly low angle, medium close-up shot. The camera gazes upward towards her, emphasizing her authority.
Condescending man.
This visual grammar solidifies her as the ultimate controller. Lucille invokes from the subtle hidden threat into explicit, visible oppressor.
Oh, I know. I waited in the rain for him to leave.
Oh.
When Thomas first met Edith, she's positioned in the upper half of the frame, while he stands below her. The hierarchy of power is clear. Edith holds emotional and narrative dominance.
We were hoping you were here. I found him wandering the hallway.
Made us some tea. Oh, you're too kind.
But after Edith enters Aladar Hall, her position gradually shifts from the center of the frame towards the margins, from the foreground into the background. The spatial change signals the corresponding loss of agency, as she falls under the psychological and physical control of Thomas and Lucille.
Mercy killings, really? Is that what I'm going to be? What about the Italian woman? Enola. You killed her babe.
Later, in signing scene, Lucille is filmed from the low angle while Edith is captured from above, sunken into a lower third of the frame. This is most explicit visual manifestation of Lucille's dominance and Edith's submission. In the final sequence, the snowy confrontation, the power dynamics shift once again. The vertical structure reappears, but now the roles are reversed. Edith stands above. Lucille falls below. When Edith finally strikes Lucille down, the camera returns to a level eye-line shot, symbolizing Edith's emancipation. She has escaped the oppressive hierarchy of framing and reclaimed her own subjectivity. In the end, the horror of Crimson Peak does not come from its ghost, but from its camera, from the careful structured spaces, lights, and angles that traps its characters. Every perfect symmetry hides an imbalance. Every low-angle shot whispers of control. Every confined frame reminds us that the real terror lies not in the supernatural, but in those who are imprisoned by their own desires and destinies. Del Toro uses framing to tell a story of power, desire, and decay. When the snow turns red and Edith steps out of the clasping mansion, the frame levels once again. In that moment, what we witness is not only an ending, but a visual redemption, a narrative that filled its resolution through the language of framing itself.
A drive. Loss. Revenge. Or love.